I'm working on my 2009 Honda Odyssey Touring that I just bought used, and the inside handle wouldn't open the door, and what I found was the child lock was engaged up and I couldn't push it down to unlock it, so I'm going to show you how to get this part out without taking the whole door apart, and you can find out if the part is broke or if it's something else. But while we were here, I can show you what the working child lock does do inside. You can see that it just moves a couple parts in here. So when we're in the child lock position, if I just put the handle on here, only a little bit of the mechanism works. If I put it in the open position, yikes. Then so if I put this in the unlock position with the handle on here, we can see that lots of the mechanism works. But when I flip this to the lock position, only this top cam works, and that's for whatever that does. It doesn't let the door unlock. But my button was stuck in the top. So first I'm going to show you how to get this out to check this part. What I did is I took some plastic packaging, just part of a box of screws. It's just some sort of moderately stiff plastic, and I made a teeny little notch in it. You'll see why after we get it apart. So I'm just going to slide that in, and then I need the notch to get kind of right under the bottom there. And so I got that one in. I need one for the top at the same time. I tried to do it with just one and I couldn't get it. So, all right, so let's see, what do I do with the camera? Okay, top one's loose, bottom one's loose. And there it comes out. So if we look, what we were doing was pressing down these two outside things, but avoiding that little clip in the middle. So just squeezing those, and then we were able to pull that out. And now we can inspect this. We can inspect it and just see that it's, this plastic is not broke. In my case, so then you can stick a screwdriver in here. There's a little part, and you can kind of lift it up and down. And mine was stuck. It wouldn't move. And so then what I had to do was I took the handle off. I got in here, I disconnected these three electrical connectors. Then I took out three 10mm bolts, that one, and this one back here. And then this assembly kind of slid back that way and came out. I didn't disconnect these cables, but I think it would go a lot easier if you just opened this up, took those off, flipped that down, pulled that out, got this one out, and then pulled these three off. It would come out easier, but it did come out without taking them off for me. What I found inside there then was that there's a little piece of metal on the back part of this, and there was some corrosion, and so there was a sliding part that wouldn't slide. So I kind of cleaned up the corrosion, gooey stuff, lubricated it, and then the switch started working again. So so now I've got it. I'm going to put it down, which because of this, the lock thing. So I push that down, which means the lock is in the up position, and I can kind of put this in, and then you can sort of feel that it's in there. Yep, it goes in pretty easy. So basically that's what I had to do to make my lock mechanism start working again. Hopefully just getting that out, you can check that first and see if that's the culprit. That was like, just this piece would be like $5 on Amazon. But mine, actually, I didn't have to buy any parts. I just had to clean up some corrosion and lubricate some sliding parts that were right back in here when I took that assembly out. All right, hope it helps. Okay, I just wanted you to see how the upper inside trim piece is removed on this 09 Odyssey Touring. The piece is right down here, and you can see there's these little clips that just go into the holes and that go on. But if you look here, there's the parts, but one part that's interesting is these kind of go into the back. These go straight in, but these go in, so you really have to you can see, let me grab a little more light here. So when you put this on and take it off, you gotta start by taking it off from the front here, pulling it off this way, work your way back, flip this off, and then you can pull the part off, you know, kind of parallel to the door, and then it has to go back on in the reverse direction, because these little pins here are kind of 90 degree to these. So and one other little, I guess, tricky part on getting this off on this Odyssey, it has a sunshade here, and there are some little clips that this clips to up at the top, right up here. Here's one of these clips, and when you're so these things are actually mounted this way. These are these expansion clips that you find like on the pins under the engine cowling and things like that. So what what I had to do was use a so it was closed, actually completely closed, and then that expands the top and holds it up. So these two clips have to be removed. There's just enough space in there for a small screwdriver to get in here and then push that down and open it up, and then these two come out. Without that, if you try and rip the trim piece off without removing these two hooks first, you're going to damage the clips or damage your trim piece. So just a little tip. So let's put this thing back together now and see if I can get this place where you can see it. So we'll go with the back two pieces first. There it is. Now I'm going to get these lined up in their little holes, tap these in, and I'll work my way around. Find this one, where is it? There, it's in. There. Now I'm going to take my little clips and slide with that bottom pulled out, slide that up, push that in, and there it's locked. So again, here's another one. And we need more light there, but so there's the clip. Okay. The last thing I need to put on here is the door handle, which is going to go right there. So the door handle has let's see if we can get this here. The door handle has this little clip here, and all you do is put it on. You can put it on first, like that. Okay, so the clip is in place, and then all you do is just push this right onto that thing, and the clip will expand and then lock into the groove of the handle there. To remove this, all you need to do is get a kind of a flat tool, and when it's on the door, you're just going to slip your screwdriver into the side and try and flip this little clip. You're going to try and catch this right here. If you push the door frame in like this, and maybe even use a small little plastic shim to get yourself a little space, you can actually see the clip, and then you can just kind of flip that down. You'll flip it off. It'll fall down here, so you don't want to lose it. But then the handle just more or less pries right off. But all right, so here we go. We're just gonna get that, and that was it. It's locked on there now. So again, you know, now that my little child lock switch works after fixing the mechanics inside, let's see if it's down. Let's see if I can get myself out of my van now. There we go, we can get out. All right, that's the end. Hope the details help somebody.